this fall.
Mhm. Very good. So, coming to Ronald, um, Ronald, yeah, you definitely have a lot more experience than Ben and Marco. So, what would you advise to people who are venturing into e-commerce businesses? What are the two mistakes that you made which they should not make?
That's a good question. Oh, that's a good question because at Steeped Coffee, when I came on board, we had just a brilliant person working on the e-commerce side. And as the VP of sales, I've been driving all the other verticals. So I've had oversight, but yet the person I think has done a great job. So for me to comment on his mistakes, it'd be hard to because we're continuing to grow and we hit COVID. So our numbers have never been better and they continue to get better. And since I wasn't involved from day one, I was employee number 9. I think we're at employee number 45 now. So it's hard for me to comment on that honestly. What mistakes do we make? I know we made some, but I wasn't, intimately involved in, contributing to those mistakes. I've made my own mistakes in other areas. So I can give advice on things that I've, failed at and had success in, but e-commerce is not one. I can comment. My son also has an e-commerce business. And when COVID hit, he decided to start selling pogo balls. And those are like those round balls that, kids can jump on, right, and bounce on. And within, I think, 90 days, he created his own Shopify, Facebook ads, and he sold $50,000 of pogo balls in 6 weeks. I started thinking we were in the wrong business selling coffee. And I'm going, wait a minute, what can I learn from my son who he did YouTube videos and learned how to do e-commerce sales? So the reality is I think we can all learn from each other. For me, I haven't made a lot of mistakes in e-commerce, but I've seen that Steve's had a lot of success. And I've seen my son have a lot of success. One thing I will say with my son is he brought another company in to help with selling on e-commerce instead of himself. And when he did that, the sales went down. So sometimes I think releasing control too early can also be a mistake for entrepreneurs when they let other people get involved too early in how they drive the e-commerce, because the entrepreneur is more intimately involved in their own business model and understands it better. They can drive sometimes better the e-commerce than an outsider. That would just be from my observation. Again, not from personal experience at Steve.
Very nice. That's a good learning. So you know what? I was reading a book by Brad Sugars. He was a business coach, one of the best business coaches. He lives in LA, and he wrote a book called Billionaire in Training. And in his book, he mentioned that you don't become, and he's a multimillionaire, and he wrote this book for himself, Billionaire in Training, and he wrote that we don't make money by running businesses. We make money by selling businesses. So we build up businesses, we put the businesses in autopilot mode, and we sell them off. But one interesting aspect which Ronald touched just now is that don't be in a hurry. Put your business in autopilot. Trusting somebody to take control so soon. Don't release control too early. That was Ronald's words. That's a great piece of advice, Ronnie. That's a fantastic piece of advice. Uh,